Assalamu alaikum, good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Talking Point from our London studios. With us today, our guest is Dr. Wali Tasiruddin. He is based in Edinburgh, and thanks to technology, we have been persuaded by Corona to use this technology, and we have been meeting a lot of people based in different cities, different countries. Alhamdulillah, we have been managing. Dr. Wali does not need any introduction. He is a businessman, an entrepreneur, a social activist. He is a community worker, a thinker, and someone who has the welfare of the people on his mind and close to his heart. Dr. Wali needs, as I said, no introduction. But his first time since he is here with us on this show, I would request him to tell us and our viewers a little about himself. Welcome to the show, Dr. Wali. Please tell our viewers a little about yourself and your activities. I've got a long list to say. I could go on for 3 hours.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening from Edinburgh. This is a very cool evening, but still I am in my sitting room. This is the Almighty Allah blessed us to be with you. Even if you ask me to go meet in London, may not be possible, but Almighty Allah possible. And also my viewers, even I'm grateful to NTV that at least you have asked me and my brother Nawaz Bhai that our knowledge and experience. I came in this country in 1967, and for our independence of Bangladesh, I have taken a lot of parts, and I know my country, and especially in this country, how we are residing and our people. And I have been involved so many areas: business, community service, humanitarian service, diplomatic service, and the medical sectors in my careers. And also my special area is hospitality sector, is restaurant industry, and I think many people knows that my industries like Baranda, Britannia Spice, Lancer, many kinds of business. In my past, I have a travel agency that I was involved in the traveling worldwide, and I was involved in KLM being this in this country, and so many other areas. So I hope that we can discuss my knowledge and you can ask me what area you want to talk about it, and I hope our listener can listen at least. But my opinion is a honest opinion, my life, how I spent, and what I seen in this world.
Well, when you came from Bangladesh, you landed in London, see, and you stayed here for some time, isn't it? You were in somewhere in South London.
I was firstly I came 1967. I was in Southend-on-Sea, and then I was in Wimbledon. I came from Southend in 1968. I was in Wimbledon until 1974. So I spent Wimbledon. Then I have been spent many other kinds of big businesses like the franchise businesses, and then I back to Bangladesh 1975. No, I went after independence. I see my country 1971, Aladdin Airlines, and then only short time I stay in Bangladesh and back again. There I back to Bangladesh in 1975, married, and back again 1976. That time I came to Edinburgh. Since 1970 Edinburgh, and before I spent in London and the surrounding of UK, especially the England.
But what motivated you to go into the catering industry? You had the Veranda, Lancer, and Britannia Spice. I've had the good luck of visiting and being invited to Britannia Spice by your good self last time when I was there, and it's a very large restaurant and very, very nicely decorated. When did you decide that you will be going into catering, because you seem to have such variety of interests?
Yes, especially when I came to UK, I came firstly my uncle he was in Southern-on-Sea and he had a restaurant. So I was 14 years old. So there is no other option because in that 14 years old you have to study. And same time I was working in the restaurant like a commuter. And then I was like stuck because I don't know how to speak, how to be communicate with the customers. So many bad knowledge I had, and you know that in the past the customer are not educated because they come in the Indian restaurant like a fun. It's a very dangerous place to be in the restaurant industry. But anyway, from this knowledge, I back to London, Wimbledon. About 1 year I was Southern-on-Sea. I came to Wimbledon, and I have been also study. But my profession was motor vehicle engineering. I have been studying, but fortunately, because I cannot engineering profession, so I have to be involved because everywhere you go, our restaurant industries, our
What
generation.
what attracted you to Scotland? Because you are our Londoner.
That time I spent, Scotland I came later stage, after 10 years I spent in London in surroundings, I came 67 to, if you calculate, I came to Edinburgh 1976. So I married in Bangladesh and I have my knowledge in London. I have been working highest restaurant like Sejan and many other restaurant. And then I was working Royal Bengal restaurant. Those are the people. It was rundown restaurant to make a successful restaurant in there. The modern technology, started to improve the restaurant industry, especially our Indian restaurant. We call so-called Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
Indian restaurant is not if Indian they run is like a high quality, but Bangladesh is run not like high quality, not proper promotion, not proper marketing. That time,
Right.
but still they have worked very hard. Our older generation, and then we come back to find the technique of the hospitality sector. And I have taken the training, part-time training, the hospitality sector in this area, and we have been working the highest restaurant behind the scene, and then we make quite a lot of successful business. Then after that, I went to Bangladesh 1975, and I back again. One of my friend, I was working in London, and he had opened a restaurant in Edinburgh, and he married to my sister, and she was trying to come to Edinburgh. I came to Edinburgh, and I feel that Scotland is like a lot of hooligan when you see the
So
the
what
rugby,
was
everything
your
like
first restaurant?
my first restaurant is a Veranda restaurant, and that is the restaurant my first restaurant was Curry House because that restaurant was 7 times was bankruptcy in the first floor, and I taken one of my friend, partner. He was from Leicester, and I seen him in Bangladesh. I was football referee, and then I met him there. He come to see me, and we have running the restaurant as a managing, and then we taken over the bankruptcy restaurant, and we make it successful. Then I come to most modern restaurant called Veranda Restaurant. I started in 1981. Restaurant became a household name because we put all of the ingredients, service, pedestrian marketing, all of the things we put together, and our teamwork, chef, cooking, cuisine, everything we put together, and it's come to the headline, even small restaurant, and all over the world, the food critics, television, everyone discovered this restaurant, the Veranda Restaurant. And then after that, we started one by one, several, Lancers. Then my latest one is a Britannia Spice. And during this time, I have been working with the Humanitarian Service Association, so many other things, our Bangladesh, our
Yes.
revolution. Even when I was in London, I was working in the Bangladesh independence. So I met our veteran politician, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, when he came to London first time from the Pakistan. He come to Pakistan, to London, then he went to India. So I met that time, and then I have working in the Bangladesh. Every government come, and
You were also appointed as an honorary consul general of Bangladesh in Scotland.
I have been appointed first honorary consul in the world. The honorary consul is the honor given by the country, but not as a Bangladeshis, you know very well.
Right.
The country, the people who have been served from outsider. So I have been selected because a lot of Scottish people, they want to be, some Bangladesh government want to be somebody Scottish who have been done tremendous job for Bangladesh.
Right.
But they have been, every big company or big person they go, they said, you have a one person there, why not go that person? Because he is the love for the Bangladesh and he is the Bangladeshi. So in 1993, I became the first honorary consul in the world. There is no any other person have given the honorary consul. So I became in 1993, and my this career services I have been continuous serving, and then I was stopped and stopped. Then so many other political issues, but I love my country, but I don't work in politics. Never ever work in politics. But it's happened, and 202 then gone. Then another government come, they're taken away. And still I'm working for my country, like, these, especially business sector, British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce, European Bangladesh Federation of Commerce and Industries, so many education sector. I have given the training, lot of doctors from Bangladesh, these World Health Organization, they paid when I was honorary consul of Bangladesh.
Well, I see that you have also been involved with the establishment of Sylhet Central Dental College, and you are president of the International School in Sylhet.
Yes.
European
Bangladesh
Federation of Bangladesh Commerce and Industry, and British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce in UKC. So it is slightly different from just representing your own country in your own chosen country like Scotland. But it's so different. Since you are working for both the countries, isn't it?
Right, because I believe that the country we are adopted. The country we are here, this is also our country. The country we are belongings, this is our country.
Right.
So I believe that this is we have to do for where we are here, and we have to serve our country, Bangladesh. So I was serving both sides. I was also Rotary Club, Scottish Chamber of Commerce. I was the Junior Chamber of Commerce. You can see this 1993, I became Young Scot of the Year award, serving to the humanitarian cause. And then I became the Young Scotman of the Year award for the humanitarian service. And I was Rotary Act. I was Rotary Club still now. I have served World Council of Young Men Service Club all over the world. So my majority work especially in Bangladesh and the humanitarian service and business sector and health sector, and also the community service. I always serve with the community. I have awarded 1995 MBE member of the British Empire.
Yes. We'll come to that. Let me talk about this. Your involvement with the Sylhet Central Dental College. Is it still functioning?
Yes. My major one is Sylhet Women's Medical College and Hospital.
Right, yes.
And that is the major one. I have been even helping this training doctor, how to train the doctors, how they behaving, the nurses, the training the nurses. Every year I given my life that Sylhet Women's Medical College Hospital, and I had now nearly 700 beds in Sylhet Medical College Hospital, 29 wards. I have, I call IC unit, CC unit. I got coronary care unit, many other unit, and still every day I am working in this in the health service sector.
Is this a hospital for charity, or is this a business-oriented hospital?
It is actually, all of the medical college hospital. This is a non-profitable organization.
Yeah.
But we had made some of the profitable, like you have a pharmacy, you have the pathology department, many other areas that we make the business. But overall, we don't make a business for the student, for their education, or the patient. Some of the poor patient we have look after. This minimum amount of money we charge, like 40, 50 takas. Those are the area. And some majority of the patient, other than we have a cabin. This cabin is we charge. Like others, business sector. But normal wards is very minimum amount of charge. This is the most of the non-profitable organization.
Right.
and we want to serve the people, destitute people, and this is the thing is happening continuous, and this college, medical college and hospital became one of the top in Bangladesh for the serving to the human and also education, and we are very successful if you go to.
Uh, this hospital, do you get the faculties, the members of the staff from Bangladesh or from England also, England and Scotland also?
Example, I can tell you that this is now 16th, 17th batch now. You know that after 5 years, this batch started. We started 205 in
Yeah.
our medical college, and we have the investor, means the contributor. Now is 99 people, called sponsor directors. From the out of the 99, we got about 51 people from the outsider people from USA, UK, Bangladesh, UK. We have more than 30 people are UK, sponsor directors, and other is from Dubai, from USA, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, many other countries, and we work together for the betterment of service and health service.
You are happy with the abilities of the teachers teaching there, the professors teaching there, and the doctors operating upon the patients. You are happy with their performance?
Never be happy, you know very well, because I am so much fussy. I want to see with the people, but Bangladesh attitude is completely different in this country. But example, because when I became the chairman of the, now how long, nearly 8 years back, I have been working myself in this. I started from the director, sponsor director, then the coordination. Then I started vice chairman, then I senior vice chairman, then I became a chairman, then I continuously working. But I am like a worker. I don't work like a chairman. Because I go every area, midnight, any night, I 24 hours, even I'm in London, I still work in Bangladesh, I'm talking to doctor, I'm talking to patient, what is going on, how to behaving, we write down there, who's your boss, my boss is my patient, This is the thing.
Yeah, I'm asking such questions to you because, recently there have been so many stories about so many hospitals, not running properly, and the competition is so much, the charges are so much, but I'm sure with your guidance and your ability and your dedication, things are probably better there.
Inshallah, this is not like other, I don't want to be criticized what other people do. But I think that our patient, our main motivation is we want to, first priority is our patient to look after.
Right, great.
Our student to be looked after.
Great. Dr. Wali, we need to take a break right now, and then when we come back, we'll pick up the same thread and we'll continue with the discussion. Thank you for being with us. Viewers, don't go away. We'll be back soon. Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Dr. Wali Tasiruddin, MBE, FRSA, and JP, Justice of Peace. Dr. Wali, you are also associated with the Royal Hospital for Sick Children. We are talking about hospitals, so what is your involvement there?
Royal Hospital for Sick Children is, we call Children Hospital in this country, one of the biggest, the child care, modern hospital.
Right.
So this hospital
is this in Edinburgh?
Edinburgh, near to the Edinburgh, the under of the Edinburgh universities, near part of the, right. And they had one Margaret Thatcher time, that a lot of health sector they are going to be, their budget is gone down and they cannot pay. They have nearly £2 million budget was shortage for the Sick Children Hospital. So we have started the fundraising all over the areas, and then inshallah we managed nearly £3 million. All of the, like I was that time I was JCI president and many others organization, Rotary Club, and all of the big launches fundraising, and our Duke of Edinburgh was our patron. So we managed to raise £3 million. and that is my involvement. And this Sick Children now is the most successful Royal Sick Children Hospital in the world at present. That is one of the things. And then I am also involved, the Edinburgh Heriot-Watt University, that I got the honorary degree.
Right.
So Heriot-Watt University, because the textile industry in Bangladesh. So we have I help a lot of PhD students to come in this country. And we have special project, and we help nearly more than 150 PhD students all over the world budgeted. And this, the Heriot-Watt University, one of the renowned universities.
Have these students gone back to Bangladesh to help the garment industry?
Bangladesh, I have been helping since I came in this country, and I took like British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce. I was this Director General 9 years, and you may know that 2005 we have done Expo Bangladesh in Barbican centers.
Yeah.
Expo Bangladesh to the British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce is one of the successful. We have nearly 30 million turnover that we done 5 days for Bangladesh product, and there's a lot of work in behind. We have been working and revamp our product. We have to go to Bangladesh. We train the people, all of the industrial people, how to be communicate, how to be work with this the main business people here to vibrant. And this is the thing. We went to Bangladesh and we have export promotion bureau. We have meet there. We sitting there. We take some of the specialist people, and they tell them how you go to customer relationship, what you have to do. And then we bring this our product, 120 stall in Barbican Center for Bangladesh's product, including tea, ceramic, many others area. And this is most successful, and we have several time we got a trade mission to Bangladesh, and we have done so many other areas and still working. Last several years, I have been helping the medical sectors. Even recently in the pandemic time, we have NHS. We allow them the ventilator. The ventilator, 500 ventilator we have supplied. The British government have allowed us the 13,000 pound instead of 30,000 pound. So this is because this ventilator we offer from the British government NHS, and still they don't taken. Previously they taken from the China, but this is the abandoned. Now we have government is again they taken this product, and in the pandemic they have been helping for Bangladesh interest. And then we have a lot of work with the nursing institute, other areas. You just tell me so many things. It never ends. What I'm doing.
Well, you mentioned the pandemic, so I'm just moving to another topic. How has the pandemic influenced the curry industry? I know that the influence of pandemic, it has impacted very badly on all kinds of hospitality industry, but particularly curry, because you had your own special market. Throughout the country, there were probably 15,000 restaurants and takeaways, and they have suffered a lot. Then again, with the furlough scheme, when they eat out to help out, and this 5% only of VAT, and now probably there's a new scheme coming up from next month after furlough scheme stops. That will be that only the 66% of the wages will be paid by the government. So how do you see this, the impact of corona on curry?
If you see about the past, about like 4 or 5 years, previously we had, you are right, that more than 12,000 restaurant was in this country, United Kingdom, Indian restaurant, and over 10,000 owned by the Bangladeshis, and our revenue was more than 4.5 billion pound, this last 5 years that we are talking.
It's a big chunk.
And after that, that they have restricted, British government have restricted to not bringing the highest quality of chef or any staff from the outside. So a lot of business has been also started to gone down. And then we end up in pandemic time around about 8 to 9,000 restaurants remained. And from that time, it's completely chaos. These business, everybody have to, because all of the tourism sector, like airline service, all of the tourists will not come in.
True.
But, that is a more successful, like a takeaway restaurant, have been successful, who have been doing properly, because there is a demand in takeaway and online services. It was demand. So, some, you can say about 20-30% people have been very successful, and still they are running successfully. But who are the luxurious place like a hotel and the restaurant industries has been a sufferer. But especially we are privileged that British government has been helping. This first time all of the industries, they have been paid 80% before they paid the employment nearly to more than 25,000 pounds. They helping the loan. So this is the things happen. In started problem, they have given also another voucher system. So also they work successfully. But more or less, some of the people still say 10 or 20-30% was gone down. And then from there, they have started to come survival, now started to pandemic again. And then they are closing down. So this is a very dangerous position now in our industry. And I hope that you have to find some solution somewhere to survival. But I think it will be very difficult to survive. Some of the highest level of the organization, they have like a license and trade which are bigger. So it will be very difficult to survive. They have to find other alternatives.
You have worked in London as well as you have worked in Scotland. Is the demand of the clientele, the customers, different from that of London and in Scotland? Are they different or is the same?
What is like how your reputation, your service, your presentation,
Right.
But yes, Scotland is a most successful business entrepreneur, especially restaurant industry, because a lot of tourist people come all over the world.
Yes.
Especially you are talking Edinburgh
Right.
and the Aberdeen.
Yes.
Those are the two cities, the most successful restaurant industry we have. Example, we have at least I think now about 60 takeaway Bangladeshi restaurant and about another 40 restaurant in the Bangladesh restaurant running at present. Usually was 180 altogether. So now that is the calculation. Nearly 700 takeaway Bangladeshi restaurant was in Scotland altogether, Bangladeshi.
Right.
Now about we are talking 400 to 500 is a survival. I don't know what will be next step happening. But it was very successful. 90% people in the restaurant industry and takeaway is far better than London or our surrounding. But we don't know what will be happening in next step because the tourism sector is completely collapsed.
Let's hope it gets better. But I have heard of this Vindaloo visa. Has that made any difference?
Yeah, but I don't think it is very much impact. This some idea they given, but I don't think is any impact is happening. And also the restaurant, that every individual how you are running is a personal relationship with the customers and also the management how you are managing.
True.
This is very important factor.
Like any other business.
Yes, and also the restaurant work is a long hour work. And now it's completely short hours, started. So it is very difficult because people want to go to restaurant, they spend a lot of time and they want to, relax and other things. But now it's not like this. So this is you have to, I think every individual have to think themselves how to be improve and how to be survival for their own business. Maybe they have to bring their families, they have to work very hard, they have to find some innovative ideas. And this is the thing can be helpful for the individual people. But this, especially pandemic, there is a lot of restriction, and you cannot afford to be negligence because you have to be very careful when you are looking your customers, your hygienic, your sanitation, your distance, and other areas. You have to put a lot of effort. There is no way that you can do negligence. Even you are in your home, still you have to be look after all of the advice given by the governmental sector and the pandemic situation.
Well, so unfortunate, but there we are. We have to live with this pandemic, and we have to try to survive, and that is the catchword. Only
We should not be, because we are this world is God gifted world, not our world. It's God given us this world, and this world God will be free if you rely on Him and we put our effort. What is the way as a human being, and if you believe our God, then you find the solution. God will be help us. Almighty Allah will be helping us.
true, very true. Dr. Wali, you have a great interest in education and humanity, and because of your interest in the community, like the Asian community, the Muslim organizations designed to bring peace, harmony, understanding, and community feelings. In 1984, you were awarded JP, Justice of Peace. What is this Justice of Peace? Does he try to bring peace among the communities, or does he have any other role?
Justice of the peace, like a justice. This is a judicial. Okay? That is, they bring the JPs come through. The JP is also in Scotland is JP, England is also JP, but Scottish law and English law is a different. I can tell you the JP is selected by the common people, the justice, the common people, this is a district court. And in London, you call magistrate court. The magistrate court is running by magistrate called JP, And the Scotland is called district court. All of these things, our judicial maximum penalty is it was £5,000 court, and imprisonment is 6 months. So our custodial area is 6 months. And we issue warrant daytime, anytime. Police can come to my house and they can ask me to issue the warrant. And the warrant for somebody, the shoplifted, somebody, night time, they taken somebody. Those are the area. Even the airport, they're taken drugs or something else. So
Right.
to go to the airport next time, and we have to do the judgment of this area. So
But
that
the
is called
punishment-
JP, like it.
Is the punishment the same in England and Scotland for the same crime?
Punishment is same. Only the problem rule is because there sit three magistrates and one is a chairman in the magistrate court in London, England, and we have only one. But we have our trainee magistrate, trainee justice with us. We call justice.
Okay, sir.
And justice of peace, they take
Dr. Wali,
they all are-
Dr. Wali, at this point, we need to take a break, and when we come back, we will straight go to Scotland and talk to you about justice system. Thank you. Don't go away. We'll be back soon. Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Dr. Wali Tasiruddin, MBE, FRSA. JP. Dr. Wali, you have been involved in extensive charity work, and I have a long list. Funds for tsunami, Gujarat earthquake, Save the Children, cyclone in Bangladesh 1991. MashaAllah, you raised 140,000 to build a cyclone shelter. You raised 220,000 pounds for a model village. That's also in Bangladesh. Your senior advisor to Vision Bangladesh. This is I think a joint venture between BRAC and Site Savers, and the target is 100,000 operations, possibly for the patients suffering from cataract.
Cataract operation.
I was talking about your extensive charity work. Did you miss that? Did you miss that? I mentioned your funds for tsunami and Gujarat earthquake and Save the
Plenty
Children.
of other things, but anyway, these are the major but as you have mentioned earlier, regarding the Six Children Hospital and many others, I have been working in the BRAC already you have mentioned. Then I had work in Sheba International is a called the 2001. You know that Gujarat.
Uh-huh.
Gujarat have severe this what you
Yes.
call
Earthquake.
earthquake,
Yes.
and we have raised 3 million pounds. Sheba International, 3 million pounds, and that is I was leading. The our present Prime Minister of the India. He was the Chief Minister of the Gujarat that time.
Yes.
Okay, and you know that there is a problem in the Muslim and Hindus.
Yes. Right. Yes.
He had some of the blame he had to take to killing the Muslim
Yes.
people,
Yes.
and the money was not gone properly. So I has involved. Those are the things. I visited India in Gujarat and all of the country to helping the humanitarian cause and the finding our money goes to right place. So this is the idea I have put through, and I have given to respect my time to the people, and people have respect me all over the world. Not only like India, I have been working in the UK, European Union, and especially other countries. This Sri Lanka and other country. Whatever the catastrophe come, we are. It is not myself, but I involve. No, I don't work myself.
You
I
help.
involve some other.
You help raise the funds. We see. How much did you raise for tsunami?
Tsunami was more than we have. I think tsunami. You are talking this what you call the Sri Lankan one, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Sri Lankan was we had rate about in our Edinburgh sector more than about 60,000 pounds.
That's great. That's great for one city only. Uh, you have also raised about 20,000 for a model village. Whereabouts is this model village in Bangladesh?
Then you know that the big catastrophe happened in the Barisal district, 1998.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people help. This things happened there, and we got the Asianet television at that time. Asianet television in London.
Yeah.
So we have been raising money from there. So we had 220,000, and this money goes to. We have made so many. It is a area in the Barisal, Patuakhali, and also the Kolapara areas. There is the people are the people are in the sea. They have no shelter. They have no food to eat, and they have no living places. So the Action Aid and other area we have been make some of the shelter for the more than about 220 shelter people staying there,
Right.
and also they are living standardity, helping how to be survive themselves. A lot of fishermen and other people who make the boats. So many different ideas we provide together.
Right. No, but Bangladesh is unfortunately visited by cyclones and other natural calamities constantly. Last year we had floods. This year again we have floods. In close proximity of maybe 6-7 months. See, and what we have to do and what needs to be done is a permanent solution. See, we can raise funds, send it to the victims. They will be given 5 days, 6 days, 30 days of ration. They will go back and they will come back again. See, so we have to think
Yes,
of
actually,
permanent
all of the
solutions.
money, all of the money, my area, we don't give the money direct to the people. We make sure the long time sustainability work have been
That's
done.
good. That's
You know?
good. That's what I was
You know?
aiming at.
But the people have, like the education. People have learning their lifetime, and also the hospital. What you call not small hospital. People can help themselves to in a difficult time. We make the shelter. When people have cyclone, they can take the shelter, and from the shelter is remain when we are expecting cyclone. So that shelter we make the schools. People can have learning their own education. So this is the idea we have built up together. So these are the sustainable thing we have done, and that is the not myself. I have been like international knowledge we build together, and we make this Bangladesh or other country the long-term sustainable project for the humanitarian cause.
That's very good, because such kind of understanding and awareness is there, because you know that knowledge which is beneficial. Even in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to ask for ilm al-nafi, the knowledge that is beneficial, that is useful. I mean, I might learn philosophy and a lot of this and that, see, which is not useful to my own self. So I should learn a trade. I see so many people are learning things that will not be useful. See. So if we know and we learn and we have been trained to produce something that I can sell, and knowledge that, like if I become a plumber, I will be more useful than I am just a philosopher. See. I talk about things and people don't understand. So, or an engineer, or a mechanic, or an electrician, see, then I can do something for the society. You agree?
I think that you have told me this is the knowledge of the human being, that if you believe yourself, you believe that you are human, you are not very long in this world. Whatever we have, if you utilize properly, and if you respect others, very important, you have to respect others, especially the destitute people, the people have nothing else.
True.
You cannot do negligence. You have to go in and you have to be polite with them. You have to find out what is the problem. You cannot do yourself. But if you have a reputation, there is no problem. Like money, I never say money problem. Problem is how to utilize your money.
True.
Because, my reputation, I am not a moneyed man, but I can get £1,000,000 if I say somebody that, brother, I have something to do for you and the people. People are jumping, yes, brother, you take the money. Yeah. This is the thing we have a reputation. So I say all of my friends, people, our younger generation, who believe honesty, sincerity, your commitment.
Yeah.
Three things is very important. Your honesty, your sincerity, your commitment.
That is the catchword, yes.
I am the servant of the people. And I am my main person, that my Almighty, okay? Almighty given, and you taken the blessing for Almighty, you have to believe, and then you have to feeling that the people you are serving, the cause of the Almighty. And then you find the solution. You find the engineer, you find all of the different kinds of people coming to helping you. And you find the enjoyment of your lifetime whenever I go anywhere. Because my humbleness, even if you come to Scotland, I see the people, even doctor, anybody. So people have honored me, When I go Bangladesh, say, Wali bhai, I went to Saklabon, you hospitalized me, this and that. You took me in my medical sector, I went there, people say, I respect you. And this is the thing, the very important, whatever thing you do, make sure this is not for you, you have to do somebody else. And somebody will do it for you. You cannot say I, you have to say we.
Yes. Well, again, I quote something from the Quran and Hadith that Ahsan an-nas man yanfa an-nas. The best man is that who benefits other people, see. So that's what you were talking about, see. He said that if we benefit others, that benefit will go round and round and round, see. He will benefit other person, and that person will benefit another person. So this goes round, see. If you do goodness, it comes back to you in another form. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and we don't have much time, but we will definitely talk about, tell us something when you were nominated as the youngest court of the year in 1993. That does not seem to be very far away, but looking at you.
Yes, because I was serving the Rotary International Junior Chamber of Commerce, and that time is a world have lot of crisis. Bangladesh have crisis, lot of other country crisis, and we have been working together I was a young man at that time, and I was Young Men Service Club, highest level of this organization, working day and night. You see all of the humanitarian service I have done. So they have JCI, they have nominated for the humanitarian causes, and I became the Young Scout of the Year award because JCI business sectors. I was doing a keynote speeches about my lifetime, and there is the keynote speech have been touched a lot of the youngest generation, not like Bangladesh or anywhere. These are the JCI International. I have nearly 5,000 audience in the Amsterdam in 1984, and that is the thing. They have been touched the heart, all of my lifestyle, what I did in reality, and that is the area they make me Young Scout of the Year award. And I never think all of the award, but if you see my house, everywhere is award. So many times people say, Waliba, I want to give you award. I say, I have no space to put my award.
Well, pass it on to us. We will have enough place on the walls.
You don't work for award. You have to believe, you have to work for the reward. Reward is important, that what you have done for the people.
Yes, see, that is a recognition of the good work, see. And if good people have to be appreciated, you just cannot go on. Now, tell me, Dr. Wali, how do you see the future of Bangladeshi community in Scotland, in England, in the whole of UK? Because it's not the same situation than when you came. When we came, it was so different, see. And it's going to be so different within next 20, 30 years, isn't it? And how do you see that? And what would be your advice to our younger people, how to tackle these things, particularly the situation now? See, we are going through a recession, economic problems.
I think that the more or less this Almighty God give us a technologies, and I can see like Facebook and many others, millions of people what they are doing, and good and bad thing, you have to pick up good thing. Bad thing also you have to be knowledge that why is happening, you have to find the solution. For our younger generation, you have to think that very important, they should not be demoralized themselves. They should be confident, and they have to do what they believe to do. This is a modern technology is there already, and usually people go and work physically. Nowadays it doesn't need to be physically, but still you have to be mentally, you have to fit, you have to take your treasure and other thing, you have to come confidence what you have to doing it. So I think that you have to find your related people, you have to find what you want, and you can talk to the people from the long distance and so on.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wali, for your time and your effort that you have provided with all the information that my silly questions may ask for, and all the time that you have given us, and hope that our viewers have learned a great deal more about you, the situation in Scotland, the curry industry, and human relationship, which you are an epitome of a personality that you have provided, that the guidance to our. In another episode, and we hope to meet you again sometime in your Scotland or our England, particularly London. Thank you very much.
You have not asked me silly question. You have me so intelligent question. It helping for the people because they take my what I am thinking, and I have spoken is my own experience. So I thank you, viewers. I thank you, NTV. I thank you too. And I am telling everybody this is the difficult time we have, but be confident, be careful. Tell others that you have to follow all of the rule and regulation. You cannot do negligence.
Okay.
And be your family, and you educate your family, make them confidence, make your colleague confidence. And this is the Almighty Allah given for the blessing of our learning point. So if you take it out this difficult time, we can make something different for
Inshallah.
our world.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. We will meet again, inshallah, one day. Thank you, viewers, for being with us, and we hope that you have enjoyed the show as much as we have in producing. We meet you again next time with another very distinguished guest. Thank you. Take care.